Well, hello, hello, hello. I hope you all are having a super duper fantastic day out there today. Yes, it is a Clutch Your Pearls Wednesday. So, first, let me say thank you to all of you who are still checking for me on this Thanksgiving Eve. I'm so excited that you are here. Before we get into this conversation, before we get into the topic, let's get the theme song going. Hey, hey, I'm live at 5. 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 Come on inside of the StreamYard room. Yes, let's get it in. Let's talk about it. Let's spend some time together here on this Cluster Pearls type of Wednesday. The conversation is your problem has nothing to do with me. And what I really, 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 really wanted to say is your problem with me don't have nothing to do with me. But before we get into that conversation, let me say and tell you who I am. My name is Denise Merriweather. I am the CEO and founder of Queenpreneur's Jumpstart Program. It is the number one training environment for women in the world looking to leverage their knowledge, ignite their passion, and build a highly profitable business. And you do this by building your courage, your confidence, your competence, so you can accept, believe, and commit to what it is that God has called you to do. Okay, clutch your pearls. Just go ahead and start now. Start now because it's a Wednesday. And everything that I was supposed to say today, I'm going to say. And I'm going to get you ready for this holiday season. So, the problem that you have with me is not really about me. It has nothing to do with me. It's sitting over there with you. But when people have issues with you, it tends to cause you to doubt yourself. Put it in the chat. Don't doubt yourself, girl. Don't do it. Um, because of who you are, your expertise, your performance, the way you show up, your charisma, your um your personality can sometimes cause problems for other people. But you got to get that the problem that they have with you has nothing to do with you. Put it in the chat. Your problem with me has nothing to do with me. Your problem with me has nothing to do with me. But again, let me tell you how this can affect you. When people have a problem with who you are and how you show up, it tends to make them feel uncomfortable about themselves. And the reason why is because they're playing the comparison games. Put this in the chat. The comparison game is whack. Put it in the chat. The comparison game is whack. And when you start comparing yourself to other people, you tend to feel, you tend to feel, I don't want to say inadequate, or that you just it, comparison is not a game that you want to play. So the only really person you should be comparing yourself to is yourself. Put it in the chat. I can compare myself to myself. But do not compare yourself to other people, because comparing yourself to other people is a game that you don't want to play. Put it in the chat. I don't want to play this game. I don't want to play because you don't. You don't. The only person you should be comparing yourself to is you, and is you from yesterday or you from last year or whatever it is. And it depends on what it is that you're measuring, right? What it is that you're tracking, what performance or behavior are you even trying to improve, if you are working on improving habits or getting some type of results. Because the comparison game is only really worthy and worth something that you're trying to accomplish, meaning it's a game that you're playing. Put it in the chat. Is either you're playing the game or you're not playing the game. If you're in the game, put it, I'm in the game. And you are actually striving towards something. So that's a totally different game. Listen to what I'm saying. You got to get this. A totally different game than you transforming your life. See, transforming your life has nothing to do with performance. Transforming your life has something to do with being, who you are being. Being. Being is the new doing. I told y'all about that book. That's a book. You might need to read it. Being is the new doing. And when you get that the only way to change or to transform your life is the renewing of your mind, that's where transformation resides. Transformation is also found in language. Transformation is found in language. Put that in the chat. See, these are all good nuggets that you need to just grab and hold on to. You may not totally understand what it means. That means you just need to call me and have a conversation with me and we can talk about it. But transformation exists in language. Transformation is available by the renewing of your mind. You wanting to work or change or improve yourself as a person is all about being. It's not about doing. You can't do enough to impress anybody, to get people to forgive you, to love you, to want you, or whatever. I've learned that the hard way, right after getting fired. Hopefully you know that yourself. Like, don't sacrifice who you are and the things that matters to you trying to show up for other people, because no matter how much you do, you're never going to prove yourself enough for people to value you the way that you believe that you should be valued. That's why you got to have self-value. Put it in the chat, I have self-value. Put it in the chat, I got self-love. And this is another reason why the people that have problems with you ain't got nothing to do with you. Put it in the chat, it has nothing to do with me. So the thing that could affect you with people having problems with you and you not being clear that it's over there with them and it's not with you, is that it calls you to dim your light, and it calls you to be afraid to walk powerfully in what it is that you've been called. And again, don't talk to me about being humble when it comes to you being bold and confident. The two are not the same. Humility and being timid is two different things. Look them up. That's why they both got two different definitions. You can be humble and still be courageous. You can be humble and still be bold, right? Humility has nothing to do with being bold or courageous. It's the two are not the same. The two are not the same, and it's not the same as being timid. Humble and timid is not the same thing. You can be humble, but don't be timid. Stand firm in what it is that you believe and what you believe God has blessed you to do. So back to the situation at hand. So when people start having a problem with you about, because of them being uncomfortable about who you are and how you show up, that's a problem with them and not a problem with you. But sometimes you take it on and it tends to make you dim your light, to be uncomfortable speaking in a room, to be uncomfortable with serving on certain committees and participating in certain events, because you don't want to make people feel uncomfortable because they're uncomfortable with your performance. But here's the thing, get let them know, however you let them know, that it's okay that they are uncomfortable, and it's okay that they may need to grow to being okay with you being in the space. But instead of having a problem with you, maybe they should get to know you. Maybe they should spend some time with you. Maybe they should ask questions about why you do the things you do, or how you do the things you do, or what is your thought process behind the way that you move. So then if they want to continue to compare themselves to you, maybe they can get that the reason why you're successful in a particular area you're successful in is because the work that you do. Like, nobody can be mad at the type of performance and the type of money that Beyonce make, because Beyonce puts the time in, right? When you hear stories, like even when my sister and I are talking about her, I mean, a person could to go in the studio and record an album in 2 weeks, right? I think Monica is another artist that have that type of ability where she could just go and knock out an album in a week or two, right? That's a level of discipline, a level of training, a level of competency. Listen to what I'm saying, that allows them to be able to go inside of a studio and handle their business quicker, faster, more efficient, effective, and talented, or at an excellent level, because of the type of work that they've put in advance before this time, like before recording the album in 2 weeks. Like, they've been doing stuff for years to prepare them for that moment. And it's the same thing for all the people that you admire. You might just be seeing them now. This may be your first time working with them. This may be the first time they spend time with you, or you're in the presence. Like, even if though it's Thanksgiving, people could be mad at you because you make the best macaroni and cheese. But I promise you, there was a whole bunch of other pans of macaroni and cheese that probably went in the trash, or people complained about and didn't like. All I'm saying is, your problem with me has nothing to do with me, and their problem with you has nothing to do with you. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to be confident in who you are. Don't dim your light. Don't not show up. Don't not be your best. Don't not speak your I don't want to say your mind, because sometimes the mind, speaking your mind is dangerous, but do not feel like you don't have a voice. Use your voice in every room, in every space you're in, and don't walk on eggshells for people to feel comfortable about your expertise. And listen to their conversation, right? You can always tell where a person's problem is based on their conversation, right? If they start off, I know you people have told you that your macaroni and cheese tastes good, but it don't mean that I can't make macaroni and cheese, or I never have before. So you don't have to lend your advice or your uh your recipe. I don't need your recipe, right? Um as if you would be giving somebody your recipe anyway if they didn't ask for it, right? Or if someone didn't suggest it. But just know, you can hear in a person's conversation when whatever they're facing is sitting over there with them. So if they start bringing up how good you are in certain areas, but it don't mean that they don't know how to do it, that's a confidence issue with them. Like if somebody came up to me, well, Denise, I mean, I know people tell you that you can sing and all, but it's not like I can't carry a note. Well, no one never said that you couldn't carry a note. And why me getting that accolade or someone noticing or recognizing my talent has have anything to do with your talent or lack of talent? It has nothing. Me performing the way that I perform has nothing to do with you. And the quicker and faster you get that, then the quicker and faster you can get a handle on your emotions and decide how you going to show up in the space, what it is that you need to do in order to get the response that you want, and for you to perform in the way that you want. Because you telling me that my macaroni and cheese is trash or not trash, and that you could cook or that you can sing or that you can plan or that you could do any of these things has nothing to do with me or my performance. It has nothing to do. Your problem has nothing to do with me. It's over there with you. So the next time somebody try to check you for your confidence, your ability, your performance, your talent, I need you to make sure that they get that whatever issue they have has nothing to do with you. It's over there with them. Enjoy the time with your family. Enjoy making the best macaroni and cheese, singing all the Christmas carols while y'all start putting the trees up after Thanksgiving dinner. Enjoy having the success that you have, making the money that you make, shopping and tearing this mall up or internet up during the Black Friday sales, like whatever it is, whatever space that you're going to be in, however it is you want to show up. If you bring in joy to people, if you're bringing laughter, love, be the best you can at whatever it is that you bring in any space, regardless of who's there. Do not allow people to dim your light, because the problem that they got with you have nothing to do with you, just like the problem you got with me has nothing to do with me. So look, I love you guys. Measure what matters. Be who you are. Um, Transformation is in your mind. It starts there. Don't allow people to make you shrink to their level. Be confident in who you are. Love who you are. Always looking forward to serving you. Enjoy this holiday season. Come through. I'm in a different time zone, y'all. So I know it's daylight here. Maybe it's dark where you are, but it's still daylight here. I love you. I'm going to tear the store up so I can get ready for the rest of this holiday cooking with my mother-in-law. I love you guys. Always looking forward to serving you. Hey, hey, I'm live at 5. Hey,